you face the management, they'll sack you for being rude, for ignorant. I was like, if there's anyone in this country who has ever been sacked because of his aggressiveness, let me become the first person. I went first the chat. Actually, that was July, the director's salary. Come August, the same thing happened, and I was like, these people don't talk because they are comfortable wherever they are. For example, we're in an office setup. Everyone is that in that office with a different purpose. Someone is there just to avoid being bored at home. So he comes to the office, sits there.
Wow.
Accounting to account serious.
Also, you account serious.
Account serious.
Hello guys, welcome to M&W show. I'm your host Martin. I'm sorry guys, it's been a while since you guys catch up. So today we are back and we have an interesting guest. So you guys relax. I'll give him time to introduce himself. Once again, I'm asking you guys to check on our channel. Subscribe. It's been a while, manze, so help us to grow vizuri. Anyway, you have a good guest here. He has an interesting story. So let's relax and hear from him. Karibu, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I go by the name Streetking.
Okay.
King of the street. Every street we enter, we conquer.
That's nice.
Okay. But thanks for inviting me to your channel. You're doing a great job.
You're grateful.
Talking of great job, you're inspiring the youth.
Yeah.
These tough times, instead of youth going into crime and doing things which are vulnerable, they'd rather listen to the story that you're doing here. And I think, not even thinking, they'll get motivated and inspired. As Team Streetking KE, just saying, giving them hashtag, road to 1K subscribers.
Manze will be grateful. We'll be grateful. Yeah. That actually, when we were planning our channel, we wanted something that will encourage youth, because we tend to youths go through a lot, but they don't know who to share with, or they think it's him personally, it's her personally, but to let a channel, what when I come to realize it's only one person. Many people go through this thing, so someone can relate and find his way out of this kind of situation. Anyway, so he's our host for today. He's a cool guy. He has an interesting story. So let's listen to him. So, bro, tell us more about you've told us your name. That's your brand name, but you haven't told us your name.
So my real name is Kibet Collins.
Okay.
Kibet Collins is my name. And personally, your team reached out to me and you're like, you want me to share at least some experience about life?
Yeah.
What people go through outside here. Yeah. How we're supposed to help them as you.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, that's something great. Basically, it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah, I get you.
And I've been creating content for a while.
When did you start your content creation? 2020.
See
the what the other time ya corona.
COVID came and you're like, you know, you open up to your like just feel like doing this thing.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Okay. When did you realize you can do it? Is this something you've been wishing for since child? Ama ni kuona watu wakifanya ukaona you can do it ama?
Actually, not even from childhood. I'm one person who always believed that I'm a motivational speaker.
Okay.
And through the stories that I share, through the motivation that I give to people online, it makes them change.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. I just came to realize that kuna vitu zina happen ya gamse, they can happen to you as an individual.
Yeah.
But when you try to share it online, unapata kumbe inahappen ya wase wengi, but they don't just have a voice to speak out. Ama they don't have courage to face the camera to talk.
That is ambition. That is the goal of our YouTube channel actually. We want others to. Hiyo story yako. Sema kuna mtu atajisaidia na hiyo story yako.
Yeah. Just give you a mission.
Yeah.
Inspire, motivate. Change the society. Change the society.
Thank you. So we inspire and then we motivate, then we change the society. That's nice. Anyway, Kibet. So you are Kibet. Kibet is a Kenyan. Yeah. Currently, Kibet is in Nairobi. Kibet, I knew Kibet when we were in school at campus. Yeah. So Kibet has something that we like to share with you guys, because in life, people go through a lot. Kibet went through something that we like. He knows many youths are going through that thing. So I'll be happy if others can learn from their stories so that it can help them out. Yeah.
So basically, I'll start by talking about how I got into employment, the frustrations in employment, and how I had to quit, come do my own stuff. Because back in 2019, when I wanted to attach to a certain company, which I can't even mention it, for some reasons, I worked for them for, actually after attachment, they gave me an internship of 2 months. Internship, I got a job, of which I was privileged. Going to graduate, I knew I'm going to graduate on Friday, but Monday I can come back to work, which is a rare thing that happens to most of the youths. So we thank God for it. I worked with them for like 4 years.
Suppose you got your job before graduation.
Before graduation.
That's all right.
And I can't say there were some connections. I believe in doing perfect work. If you're given a chance to work, do it fully. Sindio? Usifanye ni kama unafuatwa. Fanya ni kayo kazi ni yako. So I gave it my best, but I came to realize that it comes a time in life where an employer thinks that if he doesn't pay you, like that will be the end of you.
Yeah, like you have no option.
You have no option.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, some of the youth are stuck in toxic working environments simply because they don't know where to go, or they don't know their next move after that employment. We always call it, how do you call it? Like the fear in you that you're like, hii kazi nikiacha nitafanyaje? But it came a time after nimekaa nao say for 4 years, nilifika point you were deducted salary by the 30%. 30% for 3 months.
So okay, let's begin. When did you start work?
29. Actually, I was given. I signed the contract for permanent work 2019 October 1st.
So you worked for some period of time.
Coming to graduate 2019 December.
Okay.
Niko bado niko job ready.
Okay. So when did they start deducting your salary and why did they do that? Last year.
Last year. July.
Last year is 2023.
Last year,
okay.
July.
So that is after working for almost 2.5 years.
2019, let's say. 2019 to 20. It counted to 4 years.
Okay.
So when it came to 2023, last year, July, something happened. There was strikes all over.
At work?
No, not even at work.
Okay.
The demonstrations.
Okay, the demonstrations, yeah.
So actually we were told that the company is not performing very well, so we'll have to deduct. Actually they didn't even tell us. Just go confirm with your bank account, you're being deducted.
Unapata umefanyiwa ile kitu.
Then a memo comes later.
Okay.
That we're deducting you because of the economy is not performing well. And one thing with me, I'm a very aggressive man. They told me like if you face the management, they'll sack you for being rude. I was like, if there's anyone in this country who has ever been sacked because of his aggressiveness, let me become the first person.
Yeah.
I went first the chat. Actually, that was July, the director salary. Come August, same thing happened, and I was like, these people don't talk because they are comfortable wherever they are. For example, we're in an office setup. Everyone is that in that office with a different purpose. Someone is there just to avoid being bored at home, so he comes to the office, sits there from 8 to 5 in the evening, goes back home.
I get you.
As compared to you, you have your own visions, dreams.
You have a target to achieve. Yeah.
So I'm like, if you try to reason out to these people, like I even tried to unite them. Like I'm like, why don't we just go face management as a team so they can hear us?
I feel like what you guys are going through, it was your own problem. It wasn't other people's problem. And that's the problem in the society we are today. Like people get comfortable in a way, so they don't think of life beyond that. So you'll be like in a situation where ukipatio salary yako, it's rent, bills, and you're done. But that's the way you have ambition. You have something. You're trying to see your future mali itakuwa. I guess that's mali shida ilikuwa inatokea. So shida ilikuwa inatokea. The problem was yours. You saw ulikuwa naona hapa hiki tunafanywa si kitu. Na venye napanga maisha yangu, these guys are going to mess my life. But others were kind of comfortable, you know. I think that's why you're trying to push them.
So something happened there, and I'm like, No, even them, they're not even comfortable. They were complaining, but they can't even raise their voice. So just complaining at the back seat. Because they fear if you raise your voice, you might end up being sacked.
Yeah, it happens.
And it's called the fear of unknown. So you're like, if I get sacked from this company, where will I go?
I know, I get you.
Huh? So now what happened is, after the second month, that August being deducted 30% again, I'm like, this can't continue to me. I think it should be the last thing and the first thing happening to anyone in this company. I went to first to the HR. Something sad is the HR, one of the companies, the dad, so you can imagine. So who is to defend you?
So it was a private company.
It was a private company, yes. So the HR, the father is the owner of the company. So at any point, she was a lady, she will never defend you.
I get that.
I went, sat her down, talked to her, and she's like, I've never seen anyone aggressive. There you are. And I told her, like, one person, when you pin me down, I can't even keep quiet. So she was like, hey, you can give you some extra work to do so, they can give you money. I was like, so there's money in this company. What I need to do is to do some extra work to be paid. That doesn't work. Went back. That was on a Monday. Talked to her. Went back to where I used to sit. Thought for a while. I'm like, is this place that I want to be for the next 2 or 3 years? I had to sit even with people in that company who have worked there for like 40 years.
Okay.
They're old. They've even reached their retirement age. Just want to hear their opinion about you resigning the job. They're like, si tumekuwa hapa for this long, tumekuwa tunahope tutapatiwa pesa nzuri that it has done. So unamuulizia, you've been knowing that for the past 40 years, ndio? Ulikuwa what is your exit plan?
Exactly. That is always the question again.
What's your exit plan?
What is your exit plan? Exactly.
And actually, by that time I decided that I made up my mind that I don't want to work anymore. I just think that employment ain't my thing anymore. Now the good thing is, I had planned. The moment I was employed in that company, I started saving.
That was a good move. Most of the youth tend to assume that part.
I started saving from the work I'm like, I want to work for this company maximum 5 years. Maximum 5 years. Then there's something that I understood earlier because I've done finance, I've done accounting.
Okay.
So I understood one thing that there's something that, let's say for example, you're being paid 20,000. You don't have to put on very well to impress people.
Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah.
You don't have to pick a sherehe for that long. Because it's always said, hakuna haja you spoil yourself now, ama upige sherehe sasa ufurahie as a youth. Then when it comes to 40 years, 60 years, nothing good happens in your life. When you can work for the longest time being employed, then you end up retiring poor.
That's true, it happens.
It happens.
But the other thing that you should know again, as much as you are being paid a good amount of money, the way you present yourself, the way you dress up matters a lot. The way you present and dress up matters a lot. So
I can mention some youths, some celebrities in this country who are flaunting cars, good dresses, but they're not doing anything with their life.
That's what a celebrity is.
There's someone who said, actually it's Calligraph Jones. He always said, wewe kama kijana, si ndio, uko na home kwenu. Why don't you just invest in home? Kichata Calligraph Jones, mlamua says, kuna siku itafika, views ziishe, si ndio? Hiyo ustai iishe. Unafaa kwenda wapi?
Nyumbani.
Let's take out invest.
I know, and it's a mistake that people tend to, it's something that people tend to assume, but at the end of the day, it will hit us so bad. Anyway, so you went to the HR, you guys talked, nothing positive came out of it. Yeah.
Looking up on Friday, I went to her. I gave her my resignation.
Okay.
She was like, kijana, we decided. I'm like,
It's
you
time.
have to do it. Though I was resigning, not knowing, having the exact plan that I'm going to do. But I just had an overview. I'm supposed to do something. Let me just go do it. No. Gave out my letter. Went to a certain room and cried. I'm like, I've given up this letter. What's the next thing that you're going to do?
Were you crying because you made that decision? Were you crying because you don't know what your next move?
I had already planned, but now you just have a skeleton of what you're supposed to do. But you've never been in business. You've never tried business. You're like, let me just go try something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, then you have that thing in you that umezoea paycheck kila mwezi. Okay. Every month lazima urudishe. Yeah. So umefika point kwa zile haiko tena.
I get you.
So they were like, lazima okay 1 month. You serve your notice then after 1 month.
You're talking.
I was like, it's out. I'm ready for anything that you nishaamua.
Kamba. Okay.
Now after being in a room crying, told God, never going to cry again about working with someone. Then someone told me, as long as you're employed, there are always 3 things important. Either utakuja kufutwa, utakuja kuresign, au utakufia hapo. So he chose one. Mimi nika choose kuresign. Of which
it was a bold move.
By the way, katika point kajiambia the decision that I'm making right now, let them not count me in a bad way some years to come. Na naweza kuambia so far so good I can't even complain.
So, umesubmit resignation letter. Then umefanya for all month, the last month. You're now leaving the company, you're heading home. Like, what happens after that? Ulienda wapi, ukafanya nini, ukaanza aje? Like, let's start the juicy part now. Like, we want to see how your exit from being employed to now you doing things for yourself. Or did you get another employment after this?
Coming out of that company, I set up my mind that I want to be employed again.
Okay.
So, that was October 30th was my last day.
Okay.
Actually, September 30th was my last day. So, October 1st was out. Went to the house. Sasa, hilo paycheck ya kila mwezi hapo. So, Kibet, now it's you and you alone. No one is coming to save you from this. So, just embrace the hard time. Face the world.
That's the reality.
Because unajua ilifika point and ukinyuma kidogo. You working at a certain company, but when you're being called at home, hata kupeana so unapata home. So I was like, let me resign. You hata home wajua ndio msiana tu. They'd rather know sina job than wajua uko kazi kila siku. You're putting on official every day. Yet kwa mfuko hauna kitu.
I tell you something. I think 80% of people work in Nairobi. They work, but you ask them for money, hawana. Sisi wanakunyima, but hawana for you. Because pesa ni there, salary, rent, bills, tuition, transport, food. So at the end of the day, atafanya kazi for 10 years, but kumuliza what have you done in these 10 years that you've been working? There's nothing yanaweza onyesha. So that's the challenge that you have right now.
So that's what I was thinking of, and I'm like, if someone asks me, you've been working for this company for 5 years or 4 years, what can you show that you've worked for? Then there's something that's running in my mind. Have you ever been to Shago? Then unapata gona mboga story I'm saying, this guy has been in Nairobi for the longest, but he came home with nothing.
I know.
I was like, let that story not be told about me.
About you.
Yeah? Because in society, you're always two things. You're either a warning or an example. So I chose to be an example, not a warning.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I came to my house. I took the entire month. I was not talking to anyone. I was kind of depressed. I'm like, if you could call me, singeshikada simu yako. Like, I don't want to talk to anyone. Let me just take my space, rethink of what I'm supposed to do, and take the next movie. Like, you're always told that everything is so, but and I'm like stuck into the employment. What am I supposed to do? By then I decided that I was 60. Regardless, kama mshahara tulikatwa 12,000. Before I need them to exit, I sat with a certain accountant in that company. He's a bit older. It's around 58, 58, 59. But they told me one thing, Kibet, the only thing that you have right now in your life is time. You can go start something else when it fails, but you still have time to start something else.
Yeah,
but
true.
some of us, we are this old, if you start something then it fails, that's the end of us.
Okay, repeat that statement again. Okay, it's kind of hitting and it's true. Let me just come up.
That guy told me one thing.
Yeah.
the only thing that you have in your life right now is time.
Okay.
You're still too young. If you start something and it fails, you still have another time to start something else. But as we're over 58, 59, 60, if you start something and it fails, that's the end of us. That's why most of the people when they retire, they only stay for a few years. Because you end up trying something that you never thought of before. You never thought of before.
Okay.
So that's really motivated me. I'm like, let me not even stick in this house. Let me just go look for a shop. Looking for a shop had several ideas of starting either PS, PlayStation, starting a cereal shop, or a cyber cafe. It was like, let me now sit down. The accounting that I've done, let me scrutinize all these businesses. Which is more profitable? Now the amount of risk involved in each business. I started PS, like PlayStation. The chances of it being broken into are very high. You can even confirm. PSS mingi wasovunja wanachukua simu hivi. Haya, cyber cafe, it needs a lot of money but now the returns very minimal.
Pole.
Then I had to settle for serial business. I settled for serial business.
So
Your business nishaifanya.
What? Najua
Najua supplier.
Nani alikuambia?
Hakuna.
Okay, so you decided to go for cereals. Before you tell about your journey of cereals, how come umefikiria manze? Hii society yetu cereals tunachenga wanawake. Ikitaka kuhit.
It was unakwambiaga you do SWOT analysis.
Yeah.
Strengths, weaknesses, hizo vitu threats. So I was like, if I do my SWOT analysis, I'm like, hii kitu unasema gani wanawake, sio? Hiyo ilikuwa part of the setback, but I'm like, hakuna pesa inalipoga pesa ni mwanamke na hii ya mwanaume.
That's true.
Kuna pesa inasemwa pesa ni ya mjei, hii ni ya
Ndio.
Hakuna. Ndio. 1000.
Haoni sawa.
Regardless, mtoa wapi. As long as you DM. Ndio. Kajiambia sasa hiyo ni kitu cha kawaida. Kuna wase urani cereal shops na wanaume. So hiyo ni kubwa sana hivyo. So the tricky part about the shop. Kwanza biashara. Wewe tu anza biashara hivyo tu. Muda kwa shop. Katafuta shop kapata. But kwa yote nimekatafuta shop, I got some mentors. I always give credit to them all the time. For the better stores. That lady and her husband sat me down and English come to town. They don't come from a trade. No, I'm. They sat me down and kila kitu nafaa kujua box hili. Nafaa kujua cereal gani nafaa kuwa nazo. Kiasi fast food cereal. Naona? Nafaa kusoma kitu. People open a business, then they always sit there and watch customer. It's okay. Very advisable. But now we should do something extra. Kuja nikwambia kuna hoteli fulani karibu supply of mchele.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Walinijua. You can imagine, I've never seen those people face to face. They always just send me money, I send them the shop.
Okay, so these guys, I guess, God do things in a mysterious way. Because at first, hakuwa na idea about cereals. Me and the cereals ulitoa wapi? Because me I just close my job, to be honest. Me napenda biashara. Okay, you didn't have an idea about cereals. Ulikuwa unatafuta shop for money. Then you met these guys, this family that made you who you are right now. Because kama asi yao, like things are easy because inafunguka vinafanyika. So like I want us to tell like the process of kufungua shop, like kuliendaje, ulipata shop kaanza kufungua, kazi kuanza aje, kuna customers.
Sawa. Tani endesa pole.
No, me kidogo.
Sawa. So when nimemitoa au the better stores, they always sell on both retail and wholesale. So they had to sit me down ukiniambia pricing na kufanya pricing hivi. Na pa organize fast food sales, after shop place poa, do the branding of the shop. Then they had to tell me, take your time. Don't rush to get a shop. Laugh at the single guy. Just take time. That's why it took almost a month to get a shop. Getting a shop, can I go? They gave me the first stock. Because stock, then I didn't know I have to register business name. So you are supposed to register business name, which is always strong and flexible. Register business name. Now, luckily, the name that I always use is
Okay,
the one that was picked.
nice. That is nice.
Because you always give them 3 names.
Okay.
But they're the ones who select for you the name that you want.
Okay.
So they ended up selecting the name that I always use.
The mine has been named
Streetking.
Streetking, yeah, Streetking. Yeah.
So that was last year. Because kuna biashara and they taught me about marketing. That's why I told you I have a TikTok account.
Yeah.
Right now it's at 7,000 followers. It's
So
2 months old.
2 months old, 7,000. Okay, so you have a TikTok account. What, 2 months ago? It has 7,000 followers.
7,000 followers.
Bro, niko na TikTok account. Funga like ilikuwa 7 months ago. Niko na 300. 300. So, okay, that tells a lot because kama umejituma, it doesn't come easy. Hizi vitu lazima ujitume. So, anyway. So TikTok ulifungua juu ya shop.
Actually, it's basically shop. Hakuna place mtaniona. Profile picture ni yangu. But now anything that I post there is about
The serious. Okay.
Now, what made me to start a TikTok account? Now, by the way, not bragging. If you go to TikTok, then just search serial business. My account pops up the first account is mine. So, before meeting the Tabere stores, I went to TikTok, did some research about serial. Now, what I discovered is people are there posting about their shops, but they're not telling you because I was supposed to get these things. No. How you're supposed to prevent those heroes from being attacked by weevils. No. So what I did is I opened an account with an aim of pitching people about serial business.
Okay.
That's why it blew.
Okay, so people are learning from your account. And them learning, they didn't know they were helping you grow your account. Okay. You enjoy if someone learns from someone, you'll trust that source rather than kuchukua kwa mtu mwingine.
By the way, so
that was a nice move.
That's why shop yangu umeiona.
Yeah,
Nakwambia nafanya about wholesale. From that shop. Can you believe it?
Siwezi kubali. It's a small shop, but
that's why we always do. Wholesale, done deliveries. Joska, Karen, Denderu, even Eldori. People getting things from our shop. So I came to understand something. As a youth, ile nguvu uko nayo saizi, wanasema biashara si kila mtu. Hiyo fala kwa mwanzo hivyo. Kwani imeandikiwa kina nani yao?
Hakuna.
Ndio. Where do you fear trying? It's always said you'd rather try and it fails than be on your deathbed then regret why you started.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ndio. So that's the mentality that I had when starting that business. And so far so good. I can say the journey has been smooth.
So if you were to compare, like, your life last year around August and your life right now, which one is you are grateful for?
My life right now, because in your own business you have a lot of freedom.
Exactly. Right now.
We couldn't be shooting right now.
Right now it's around 4. It's around 4.
I could be in someone's office.
It could be someone's office, but right now, show pick up inakimbia. Na sisi hapa tunafanya video yetu. So that's the good thing about it.
The best thing with the self-employment, you have all your time, you have all the freedom. And you know to manage yourself. Because it's a step. Like you don't struggle alone.
I'm happy. So you'll invite someone to go for self-employed. I've been business than being employed.
I always say something. It's not bad to be employed, but when you employ, try to check up on your financial plan. Understand more about finances. Understand that no matter how hard you work for that employer, he or she will never pay you enough.
Come up again. Say about the aeroplane. Okay, come up again. Your part me well. I think it's making sense. Okay, come up again.
It's not bad to be employed,
yeah.
But as you work in someone's office, always be aware that that employee of yours will never pay you enough to be his neighbor.
Madam Director, umesikia hiyo?
Yeah,
as much as you're working for me, I will never pay you enough to be my neighbor. So thank you so much.
Then something else. If someone who challenged me and told me one thing. For example, right now, let's say NCS. God forbid, one of them passes right now. They'll not take his or her son or her daughter to be a CS in this country.
Yeah.
But what if that CS has a business? that son will definitely take over the business. So now that's when you employ, just be sure that they'll never take your son to replace you because of anything. But if you are running a business, God forbid you relay right now, your family business.
That's
Then always avoid the fear of family. Fear of family. Like you might find someone sticking in the same job for the longest time because they don't know what will happen if they get out of that job.
So
I ask myself, for example, you're employed, or you're not even employed. Do you dress yourself? Do you eat without employment?
No, because I get that.
Bila hiyo kazi unaweza vaa, unaweza kula. Si ndio? So usikuwe in a toxic working environment just thinking of lazima nikuwe hapa ndio nikule, lazima nikuwe hapa ndio nivae.
But I think okay. I think it's our society. Sisi tumejiwekea. Well, like when you mention something like wengine wanasema mimi sidhani na biashara. No. Okay, I think ni mentality. Ukisema sidhani na biashara, you will never do any business in a business. But if you say no, I can do this thing. So as much as utakuwa unaanguka, but you still pushing yourself because you personally encouraging yourself. So no?
There's this example, when we want to usher in a new year, we'll always say, hii mwaka ni yangu.
This is my year.
I'm always against that. Let's say when a new year comes, same 24 hours a day, same 30 days, if it's a month. What you're supposed to put in your mind is, when the next year comes, what am I supposed to do different than the one that I did last year that will make my life move in a positive way? If you have a negative mindset about life, no matter how good things come your way, you'll always be ungrateful. Then if you attach your blessings to monetary values, then you'll never see yourself growing successfully. You just respect the minor steps.
Yeah, there's something that I learned from some guy. Kuna siku tunaongea one thing. You guys tend to assume the kind of vitu mnafanya kwa maisha. For example, you have a target for yourself right now, but unafanya vitu zingine, but wewe ni kama you are making some big milestones. Lakini wewe kile yako kwa ile target kubwa. Deep down, you need to appreciate yourself for what you have done, but you don't see that. So, like we are trying to achieve higher, but tuko focus na tuoni the kind of steps we are making. So instead of focusing kwa hizi steps ndogo, we find a way of getting higher. We tend to assume that, like for example in life, we need to thank God because on a daily basis you wake up in the morning, you go to work, you come back to your house. Lakini kuna kitu ulikuwa unataka kufanya hujafanyika. So utakuwa zileza, no, I didn't do this. But deep down, you need to thank God because not everyone who left the house in the morning came back. Yeah. So I think we tend to assume that part. Like tunafocus sana kwa the big things, of which it's good. But every journey has to start from somewhere. Like like it took from Thika to Nairobi one. Jump to back to Dubai, to take you, for example, and take Nairobi. So it's step by step. See? Anyway, your story is nice because I think tutoa kwa hii analogy ya mimi sidhani na biashara. So unaona? It's something that it's a mentality that we have. But it's good. You someone who has never done business before is now doing it. Nah, it's something that you can see. If people go to your page, they'll be able to see. Yeah. So we are happy. Your story is interesting. Now it's a challenge. It's a challenge to us because manzi tuko na revenue tufanye biashara. And we can do it. I'm sure we can do it if we are really interested.
Come back to moja when I opened the channel. I think I've once told you that the director. I'm that person who used to get 2 views 2 days. You can imagine. 2 views 2 days.
You're quite demoralizing.
And I didn't give up.
Okay.
What I always believe in is your consistency. Yeah. People come to your channel not because they love you. Yeah. Because of what they're getting from that channel. Exactly. If you stop giving them what they want from that channel,
adios.
You'll never see them again.
Yeah.
That saying comes from Abel Mutua. He always says, people come from my channel because they love what I'm doing, the stories that I'm giving them. But if I stop giving them stories, they'll never come to my channel again. So they don't love you. They love what they get from you. So as much as things are tough, always be focused. Shoot content. I always believe if you do great things with what you have, You don't know who is listening to touching someone's life in a way that maybe you don't know even for yourself.
That's true, Mr. Streetking, right? Yeah. So you guys, you're grateful for today. You're grateful for our visitor. You're so happy. You're so happy. Before you finish, I want you to tell our viewers one thing that I want you to encourage the youth. From your story, you are a true example. Mimi sina story about Nazabe because I haven't gone through what you've gone through. So you can't just encourage them. Those who are in such wako kwa kazi na wako so depressed, lakini wanafanya tu because if they stop doing it, watarudi nyumbani. Like just you encourage to
always say one thing. The idea of being employed is not bad. But now you should have to take the plan. It will never be yours. No matter how many years you work for them, they'll never even appreciate your efforts. So, as much as you earn, save as much as possible. There's this thing that I always call delayed gratification. Jinyime vitu kidogo for the betterment of your future. Jinyime sahi save. Kuja anza biashara huko nje. Trust you me, it will work. Those baby steps, it will work. Lakini usistick place moja till your retirement age. Na don't be there for too long, because it always said the best artist knows when to leave the stage. Best artist knows when to leave the stage. So, and if you're working for someone, let them pay you. Give them 100%, be paid 100%. Don't give them your 100%, then you're being paid 50%. There's this perfect example. You're working for someone for 8 hours a day. What if you take the same energy and put in your own business? Those 8 hours. Put the same energy in your own thing. Unapata yuko kazi, overtime na kila kitu, si ndio? Company ya mtu. Pay your company, your business the same.
Achieve business overtime.
Give it 2 years. You have grown very big away. So, my youth people nje, don't fear. As long as you serve God, do things with a good heart. Usikuwe na tamaa ya kuchukua kitu ya mtu. Just take what belongs to you. And don't be slave to someone's company. Ndio. Tunasemaga pia mjinga upata akili, akishapata akili pia ujiondoa.
That's true.
Mbona ndamaliza tu. Mjinga ukipata akili pia ujiondoa. Nilikuwa mjinga for 4 years, but when I realized I'm not supposed to be here, I made my way out. And so far so good. Thank God.
You're doing it. We thank God for everything. You're grateful. It's a nice story because at the end of the day, you've won and you're winning. And that's our prayer. We're praying for you so that you can grow big. It will be good if you say a year from now, you're saying, you have now, like you have 2 or 3 branches within the country. You're happy because it's doing much better. Hey, that's a good encouragement to our youth. You're so happy. So, Streetking has a platform. It's active on TikTok. Are you active on Instagram? All platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
X.
And X. So he's doing delivery all over the country. So if you're in Nairobi, kindly reach out. Try instead of kujenga wasiwajui, jenga Streetking manze. Utafurahia kuona kijana kama wewe anainuka because of what you do. Ndio. And to our subscribers manze, tuendelee kufanya mambo yetu. I don't know if our Madam Director ananiangana zile macho za I want to say something. I don't know if she wants to say something, but anyway, Madam Director, good work. Now, mkubwa yetu, good work. Thank you everyone. I guess it's time we should now get it up. Adios.
Peace.